Hey guys, how's it going? So in this video, we are going to speculate on Solo Electrameccanic's delivery numbers. How many cars they're going to deliver every month starting in late November or mid to late November. So we'll speculate in this video. But first thing I want to say is Solo doesn't sell just to customers, they sell to businesses like this guy. According to my research, this guy really likes his Solo car. So obviously there is some interest in businesses to buy these cars, and it's not just specifically just a consumer car, it's also a business car because it's smart, you can park it easily, and it's a good advertisement vehicle, and it doesn't use gasoline, so then you can save money on possibly not paying for gasoline. So that's a good thing, right? In my opinion. So I think that this car will sell very well. That's my opinion, because there's so many people in this world and so many businesses in this world, and not everyone is going to dislike the Solo car. Yes, there's going to be people that dislike it. There are people that say that I would never buy this thing. Or people say it's too expensive for $18,500. If it was cheaper, I'd definitely buy it. So two scenarios that could happen. Okay, so scenario one, you could go buy it on the used market. So you can wait a couple years and then you can go and you can buy it on the used market for a lot cheaper. Also, scenario number two, you can hope that the company will eventually lower the price of the vehicle to an affordable range where it would sell in mass quantities. That is scenario number two. If you say, oh, this thing can never go down in price, false. Absolutely false. This thing can definitely go down in price. But they need to produce more vehicles. They need to ramp it in a mass scale in order to really bring down the price, because when you buy in bulk, when you buy the materials in bulk to make the vehicles, the material supply cost goes way down because you are buying a massive amount. Like for example, in China, right, they are creating these ugly looking electric vehicles, and they're selling it for $4,500 to $5,000 US dollars per piece, and they are producing 1,000 units in China. And so yeah, like for example, you probably couldn't buy something like this unless you got it imported, and the cost of import would cost some more money. But like I'm just saying, I ran across this made in China website, and as you can see that this vehicle costs about 5,000 US. Solo Electrameccanica, kind of similar cars, similar vehicle, and they're selling it for $18,500. They're selling it three times, a little bit more than three times the value of this little dinky electric vehicle, and they are both made in China. So my assumption is this vehicle right here probably doesn't cost more than $5,000 to make in China. So they make these vehicles for about 5,000, maybe 7,000, between 5 to 7. Let's just call it between 5 to 10,000, 10,000 on the high end, 5,000 on the low end. So over time, the price will probably go closer and closer and closer to that $5,000 mark, especially when production ramps up nicely, because they can start ordering in bulk, which will bring down the price of the materials, which will reduce the cost of these vehicles dramatically once production gets up there in a high range. And then they can start making these cars closer to the $5,000 range. Right now maybe it's closer to the $10,000 range, but over time it'll get closer to the $5,000 range. So obviously Solo is selling these at $18,500. They're probably selling these at a gross profit of maybe 20%, 20 to 25%. My assumption only, nothing is official unless we get an earnings report from Solo stating what is the cost of these cars and what is their gross profit when they sell these cars at. We won't know for sure until we get those earnings released. So right now, that is pure speculation on my part. So Solo stock, it could go back to $1. I'm not going to deny that. It absolutely could go back to $1. If it ever does go back to $1, that is a huge buying opportunity. Anything is possible in the market. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget that Solo could go below $1 US. How would they go below $1 US? Well, market crash. That's number one. Number two, the vehicles completely fail and nobody likes them, and they just get hugely bad reviews all over the internet. Back to $1. That's scenario number two. Scenario number three, I don't know, a bunch of cars get destroyed between shipping it from China to the United States. Boom! Back to $1. So there's a lot of possibilities that could happen that could cause the stock price to go down to $1. That is the risk you are holding onto this stock. You could, if you see some bad news, you can be like, okay, you know what, maybe I should bail on this company and re-enter when the stock goes down further. That's also a possibility what you could do. Again, nothing is guaranteed in this market. Even if Solo was to somehow turn a profit, the stock could just trade sideways forever, not really move anywhere, or even go lower. Why? That's just the way the market works. The market works on rich people. If rich people do not want to pump their stock to the moon, it won't go to the moon. It's that simple. Just think about companies like Liberal Health Science. Liberal Health Science, they are a profitable company now, but before, when they weren't a profitable company, the stock was trading as high as $2.27, and now it's trading at 49 cents. So the company was more valuable when it was a spec stock than when it's an actual profitable company. So to me, that makes absolutely no sense, but that's how the market works. If rich people don't want to pump the stock won't go up. It's just that simple. High Tide, same thing. When they were more of a spec stock, the stock was trading at 55 cents. Now that the real profitable company, the stock is trading at 16.5 cents. And it could go all the way down to 10 cents. But I wish it went back down to 10 cents. I think that is a huge, huge buying opportunity down at 10 cents. Think about Snap. And High Tide has exposure. They're the only retail play that has exposure to the U.S. through the CBD city and the Glass City, I think it's called. So they have exposure to the U.S. while other retailers don't in Canada. And Liberal Health Sciences in Florida, and they're a profitable company. So yeah. But Snap, still not a profitable company. They're still losing money. But the market values it at $64 billion. Why is the market valuing it at $64 billion? I don't know. I really don't. Please comment down below. Let me tell me why Snapchat is valued at $64 billion. I don't get it. Electrama announces a production starts date of August 26th for the flagship EV. Okay, so they started at August 26th and they're going to deliver on late November, mid-November. So that is, 1, 2, 3, 4 months of production before they start delivering these cars. My assumption is they're producing roughly 800 cars per month, maybe even 500 cars per month. So in my assumption only, I think that they could do a delivery of 1,000 cars per month to North America. Every single month they can be delivering 1,000. So November would be 1,000 cars, December would be 1,000 cars, January would be 1,000 cars. So in one full quarter of 4 deliveries, they could deliver a total of 3,000 cars. How did I get to this assumption? Well, first of all, they say that they could produce 20,000 cars at maximum production. Let's just take half of that. Let's just take a 10,000 cars divided by 12 months. That's about 833 cars per month. But let's just take that down even another notch, and let's call it 500 cars per month. So 500 cars per month divided by 30 days. This is about 16 cars per day they can produce. 16 cars per day is something that is very, very manageable. Something that I would not doubt at all. So 16 cars a day. So if we look at the production line, if we like just at pictures, we could see that they have like 4 cars in these pictures. My assumption is every couple hours they can produce, 10 cars, like 5 cars at least. 5 cars every couple hours. Is that unreasonable? I don't think so. I really don't think that's unreasonable. But hey, this is just my opinion. So in a full day of work, 8 hours, 10 hours, 16 cars, 17 cars, easily. So that means that they have a full quarter ahead. So I think, in my opinion, they could deliver at least 1,000 cars per month, maybe less. So let's just call it less. Let's just call it 750 cars per month, right? Times by 3, that's $2,250 times by $18,500 per unit. That is almost $42 million per quarter they are going to deliver on revenue in the next, I would call it springtime of 2021. They are going to show about $41 million of revenue on their balance sheet per quarter. It could be wrong, it could be higher, it could be lower. I don't know. This is pure speculation on my part. I can only work with what I got on the internet. So yeah, so in my opinion, I'm gonna hold on to Solo because I want to see what the company is like a year after their production. This is a long-term investment, at least 6 months to a year, and I may add more onto my position if I see the stock price goes down. If it goes down to $1, I'm gonna buy more. Why not? Like I really think that that's a buying opportunity down at that spot. But hey, that is my opinion only. High risk, high return kind of investment. That's my opinion. We'll see what happens. We'll see where big money will invest. But hey, thanks for watching. Subscribe for future updates and have a great day. Bye.